my beautiful people. Let's talk about it. Let me get a thumbs up if you can hear me nice and loud and clear. You know what I'm saying? Let me get that good old thumbs up. What's good? What's good, everybody? Good afternoon. Lunchtime with the bullies. Lunchtime with the bullies been low key popping this week. I didn't really get the opportunity and a chance to do a lot of lunchtime with the bullies with the pandemic. So I'm just trying to catch up. This one of the best parts of this interacting with y'all. You know what I'm saying? Whenever we want, you know what I mean. During that lunchtime block, man, we built something here, man. This is one of the best times for me, man. Interacting with y'all in the lunchtime. So gotta fit it in. It's hard to do it. It's hard to do it. It's hard to do it, man. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to everybody that's still getting through the pandemic. You know what I mean? Finding pockets to keep things normal. You know what I'm saying? It's hard to do lunchtime with the bullies at home. I got a 4-year-old preschool homeschooling. Laptops all loud. iPads Peppa Pigged out. It's just crazy, man. Make sure you like and make sure you subscribe. We're going to talk about it. I did some further thinking. See, I'm not one of them YouTubers. I'm not one of these guys that's going to always get you to believe that what I got to say is right. And I'm right. I'm not one of them dudes, man. What's up? What's going on with you, Anthony? I'm not one of them dudes at all. Everything that I say ain't right. And sometimes I got to think on things because my initial thoughts can be erratic, can be sporadic. You know what I mean? It can be that no rush, but let's get them likes up for our brother. You already know. It could be erratic. It could be sporadic. I just came to my senses. I just came to realize something. I ain't really come to my senses. The senses is always up. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, you got to think about things differently sometimes. It's good to take constructive criticism. It's good to, man. Reports are coming out that, it is a lot of potential generational talent in this draft. They talking about Chase. They talking about Smith. They talking about the old lineman. I don't want to butcher his name. They talking about Pitts. You know what I'm saying? I didn't really hear nobody call Micah Parsons a generational talent. Didn't really hear nobody do that. But he's a guy that I'm looking at heavily in this draft as well. A lot of potential generational talent. A lot. So with that being said, you cannot, I repeat, you cannot go wrong by taking Chase, by taking Smith, by taking that old lineman. You can't go wrong. You know what I'm saying? By taking Pitts. And I'm on the fence about Micah Parsons. He's a dog. Make no mistake about it. Bashir, I want Sewell. I don't even want to butcher his name. You know what I'm saying? But you can't go wrong with taking him. And this what we fail to realize. Day to day when we thinking about football and the National Football League, we fail to realize that generational talents do come from the offensive line as well. Let's not forget, generational talents come from the offensive line as well. So if you could get you a generational, once-in-a-lifetime offensive lineman, you got to look into that. Patrick Surtain. I mean, give me some other cornerbacks that they're talking about being good. Because all I hear about is Patrick Surtain. And me not watching football, the way I look at that is I look at that in the manner of it's not a lot of good cornerbacks in this draft. Is he benefiting from that? Somebody said J.C. Horn. Somebody said Farley. Some guys I got to look up to. The GOAT, what's good, man? What's going on, DH Eagle? How you feeling, bro? You know what I'm saying? So just to clarify, so much generational talent could be in this draft. You can't be wrong with either one of them guys if you take them at 6. You can't be. Now, some people may have preferences. You're always going to run into people with preferences. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people believe we need a wide receiver. You got 2 to choose from, but you only can pick one. You can only pick one. I think both wide receivers are generational talents. I think Pitts is a generational talent. I think Sewell is a generational talent. You can't go wrong. That we have a great opportunity right here in this draft to fill some holes and put a generational piece who ready to produce from day one. A generational piece. So I'm excited to see where it go. Yo, sorry I'm late, LB. What I missed? You ain't missed much. You ain't missed much. It's light right now. We just brewing. We about to talk about, basically how this draft has to be flawless. We about to get into that. How this draft has to be flawless. I think that speaks for itself. It speaks for itself. We cannot afford to miss on any spot in this draft because I don't think that we will have a lot of money to spend on some of these free agents. Every draft pick, I'm talking about what my man Red say. Red say my stomach hurt knowing how we gonna drop the ball. Listen, I'm in the same. Man, you talk all the time, damn it, every day. I'm in the same boat as you, dog. I'm in the same boat as you. Listen, your first round pick got to be flawless. You might get 2 first round picks if you move Wentz. Them 2 first round picks got to be flawless. You don't even have the advantage of trading the pick away for your first 2 picks got to be ready to play immediately. That's the situation we put ourselves in. The guy who put us in this situation, Howie Roseman, is the guy who the burden falls on to fix it. It's crazy. It's crazy. Your first 2 picks got to contribute immediately. So does your third. Your first 2 picks. Your first 2 picks got to respectively be the best at their position. They got to do more than contribute. If you get a wide receiver, he got to be the best wide receiver on the roster next year. You got to justify it like that. Then if you get an offensive tackle, you got to be the best offensive tackle. You know what I'm saying? You got to be flawless in this year's draft. You have to be because you have no money. You have no money. Do y'all understand the severity of taking the biggest cap hit, the biggest dead money cap hit in NFL history? Do y'all understand the severity? Dillard, trade Hurts for a second and a third. Dillard, what about Dillard? What about Dillard? I ain't seen nothing. Listen. And I'm not saying Dillard might not have it. I haven't seen anything from Dillard that makes me believe he's ready for the next step. I'm ready to rock with Mailata. At this point, I'm ready to rock with Mailata. Mailata has shown me growth. Who's to say Mailata ain't going to be a monster? I ain't really worried about Dillard. We're going to trade away more guys than Wentz. We need a lot of picks for real. We need a lot of picks. You got to get a pick. You got to get a pick back for Ertz. You got to get your 2 picks back for Wentz. And I understand why Howie being gun shy. I understand why he want. Understand why he want what he want. Listen, if you're not gonna give me 2 firsts, you got to give me a first, and you got to give me like a third. You got to. I understand why Howie doing what he doing, bruh. He has no choice. It gets worse from here. The cap situation just gets worse from here. Yo, LB, can I get a wrench? I got you. He was considered a generational talent 2 years ago. Who was considered a generational talent 2 years ago? Dillard? Never heard of Dillard being a generational talent. I'm not going to lie. Never heard of it. You know what I'm saying? But you got to hit on these picks, and you got to acquire more picks with the guys you're looking at, You just basically going to have to cut bait with Alshon and Deshaun. Nobody's trading you for them. You have to cut bait. You can get something back for Ertz, and you get something back for Carson Wentz. You got to get a useful player back, or you got to get some picks, and you got to be flawless with the picks. Listen, this situation is not a hard situation to get out of, but it's not an easy situation to get out of. It is imperative you get a first-round pick back for Carson Wentz. If you can't get a first-round, it don't matter what you think he's worth. If you don't get a first-round pick back for Carson Wentz, you lost. You lost. I don't want our 6th pick and 2 second-round picks. If you don't get a first round back for Carson Wentz, the hole is just deeper. So how are we doing the right thing by holding off? He's doing the right thing by holding off. It's a lot of good free agents that's becoming free agents this year. When I look at the list and when I look at what PFF said, where they're projected to go, it kind of bothers me. Because I didn't see anybody on the PFF 2021 free agency ranking. This is the top 150 free agents. I thought it was 50. Well, based upon the top 50 that I looked at, I didn't see anybody even projected to go to the Eagles. We don't got the bread. We don't have the bread for a lot of these free agents, bruh. We don't have the bread for a lot of these free agents. We're hoping to break even. We're hoping to do it. We are hoping to break even, bruh. Here you go right here, though. Number one free agent in the NFL, Dak Prescott. You can't argue that. You can't argue that. We're going to move along. We're not in the market for a quarterback. Let's move along. Chris Godwin. Y'all say we need to draft a wide receiver, right? Wouldn't this be an ideal situation for the Philadelphia Eagles? If we were keeping Carson Wentz, we would be able to save some of that bread, right? But we got to be dysfunctional, and we got to take a cap hit of this magnitude. Oh, here's a prediction for Dak. The Cowboys going to sign Dak 4 years, $158 million. $75 million fully guaranteed, $39 million a year. They projecting he going to take that. Don't sound bad. Number two, Chris Godwin. That would be ideal for us, right? That's a number one wide receiver, right? I think so. I think he's a number one wide receiver. But he didn't show up in the playoffs this year, and you got to hold him accountable for that. But I think he's a number one wide receiver. The Bears are projected to franchise tag him. Franchise tag him. Another one, Allen Robinson. Allen Robinson. Another guy that would be good for what we got going on. Let me turn this on real quick. Another one who will be perfect for what we got going on. Allen Robinson, wide receiver. Prediction to the Dolphins, $84 million. Kenny Golladay, look how many wide receivers are free agents this year who are bona fide number one studs. Kenny Golladay, predicted to go to the Giants. Everybody got more money than us, including everybody in our division. We can't afford to take on a contract like that. $85 million, $37 million guaranteed. We can't afford Kenny Golladay. This is the situation we in. Trent Williams at number 5. I'm going to just read some of the predictions. 49ers. Justin Simmons, safety. Number 6. Broncos. Anthony Harris, safety. Something we could have used. They got him going to Washington. Listen, so out of the top 10 free agents available per PFF, 2 of them going to division rivals. 2 of them are going to division rivals. My guy, Philly Talk, man, what's up? Carson on or off that hit either there with him or there without him. Good thing is Hurts only making $800K and would most likely start. I get it, man. I get it. I'm not mad at that at all. It's just crazy. Somebody said, I don't want Juju. I don't want him either. We don't need nobody coming down here trying to do a Corvette TikTok in the middle of the opponent's field and then don't show up. I want all savages from now on, bro. All savages in Philadelphia Eagles colors. That's how I'm moving. Number 8, linebacker. We sure need that. Levante David. Buccaneers. Going to the Bucks. It just get crazy, bro. It just get crazy knowing that you have these needs, knowing that these needs need to be met, and knowing that you might not have the capacity or the brain power in the front office to put you in a gold mine of a situation with all these great free agents coming up. It's just crazy. Will Fuller. You know what I'm saying? So many teams that's going to be out of the top 2 wide receivers in this draft. So many teams are going to be not even close to getting Smith or getting Chase. But look, they got money and they can get somebody that's proven. Would anybody in this chat dare to tell me that Chase or Smith is already better than Allen Robinson coming from Chicago? Would anybody in this chat dare to tell me that? Dare to tell me that it makes more sense to have a young Smith or a young Chase over a proven entity. A proven entity. What would you rather have? Would you rather take? It's a gamble thinking somebody gonna be generational. It is a gamble thinking somebody gonna be generational. We just think they're gonna be generational talents. Is it? Listen, you heard the question. Who you want? You want Chase? You want Devontae Smith, or had the money to pay Allen Robinson? Somebody who you know can already compete at the level. You know what I'm saying? Let me go down a couple more names. Shaquille Griffin would have been good, cornerback. I don't see nobody, correct me if I'm wrong, T.Y. Hilton. They saying the Colts will bring him back. And y'all got to stop putting the age on some of these dudes who are available, too. A lot of people want to tell me that all these players too old. I don't want him. He too old. He too this. He too that. Listen, man, some of these old players still could play, man. You ain't signing them to a lifetime deal. You act like you give them a 360 deal. You old, and if you old and don't pan out this year, you kicking rocks. Nobody is. The Eagles aren't projected to even smell anybody. The Giants are projected by PFF. They get 2 free agent wide receivers. They want a wide receiver so bad over there, and they got Slayton. They got what's the other kid? I forget the other kid name was supposed to be good. Come on, bro. The Giants are going to rack up with wide receivers, bro. We already know this. Yannick back on the market. Marvin Jones. We can't afford Marvin Jones from Detroit. The list goes on and on, bro. The list goes on and on. The list goes on and on, man. I just don't see anybody realistically that we'll be able to afford who would want to come to us knowing our GM situation, knowing our salary cap situation. They don't care about the salary cap. They don't care about that at all. But who can you get? You got to hit on the draft, bro. You got to hit on the draft. And we have a history of not hitting on drafts. Seriously. So now my whole stance is this is my stance now with the number 6 pick. Take whoever's supposed to be the generational talent. Don't stray outside of those lines. That gives you options. If you want wide receiver, you got 2 to choose from. If you want the tight end, he going to be there. Do not pick a project. Do not pick somebody to add to a factory. Pick who you think going to be the generational talent. Pick it. Pick it, man. Pick it. Don't even worry about quarterback. Don't even look in the direction of drafting a quarterback. Because Trevor Lawrence is going to go number 1. Outside of that, nobody else is projected to be a generational talent. What's the status of Goddard? He's a Philadelphia Eagle. This is going to kill. This is going to really ruin me about this tight end situation. A lot of people want to keep asking me. I'm screaming for Pitts at 6. I'm campaigning for Pitts at 6. Like Dallas Goedert ain't on the table. Sirianni, let me get closer to the mic. Sirianni likes to run twin tight end packages. Unless you could split the embryo of a 25-year-old Dallas Goedert and make one into 2, you're going to need another tight end to run Sirianni's preferred offense. I don't get it. That's why. Richard Rodgers, I don't know if Richard Rodgers, and Dallas Goedert is hurt a lot, actually. I don't know if they're comfortable running with Richard Rodgers and Dallas Goedert. I am. Richard Rodgers was the best tight end on the roster last year. I know y'all heard the news about the infamous picture where Howie and Doug pointing at each other on the sideline, Doug hitting one of these, and Howie looking like somebody smacked his milk out his hand in the lunch line. They saying the infamous photograph. The infamous photograph came from Howie Roseman on October 1st, wanting Jalen Hurts to get more snaps with the first team in practice. Howie wrote, and if that's true, now you can't say it's true. You can't even talk about it like it's true. If it's true, why would Carson Wentz answer your phone calls, boss? Rodgers can block too. So Rodgers got good hands. That's number 1. Rodgers has good hands. Rodgers has good hands. You know what I'm saying? And shout out to Richard Rogers, my man, real cool lady, Mindy Rogers. If you watching, good supporter of mine. You know what I'm saying? Listen, I like Richard Rogers. He dope. He can catch. The only thing about Richard Rogers that you could knock him on is probably just not breakaway speed. But the free agent list, you already know. You tell me you tell me somebody we're gonna be able to snag off that list and help improve our situation. You got to understand, we about to eat 38 mil. No, I think 34 mil, 33 mil, something like that. We about to eat that. That's about to be a dead salary cap hit. You could sign two players. You could sign two players if you wasn't in that situation with the cap hit alone. With the cap hit alone. Because Carson Wentz is disgruntled and want to leave, other players are forced to leave so we could be under the cap space. A lot of people are forced out the door. Trading Carson Wentz admits you failed. You admit you failed at something, trading Carson Wentz. Drafting a wide receiver means you're admitting defeat as well in that area. If I'm Jeffrey Lurie and I'm getting reports about an individual who's doing things like this, why is he still here? I would never want to see another man get fired. That's not what this is about. But he's had more than one chance to get this right, bro. He's had more than one chance to get this right. More than one chance to get this right. The statue outside this stadium, I don't feel the same about it. I don't. I'm not going to lie to you. I don't feel the same about the statue outside the link. How does a coach, and I'm sorry to go off topic, but seriously, really think about this. How does a man who just won a Super Bowl get fired that fast? How? How? If we draft Pitts, then what's going to happen? We're going to run 11 personnel. That means your number 6 is on the bench. Possibly. Chase is going to be the best player at 6. And don't sleep on Waddle either, man. My man Red was telling me about Waddle. You know what I mean? I might have slept on Waddle. I'm not going to hold you. I might have slept on Waddle. Waddle looks like a generational talent. I might have seriously slept on Waddle looks like a generational talent. And the thing about these drafts are that they only going to ride with who hot. They're going to ride with who hot. The draft's going to ride with who hot. Injured. Is he going to be injured forever? He's probably 20 years old. 19. Is he going to be injured forever? No. Injury prone? I don't know. I didn't dig that deep. But from the stuff that I saw, he looked good, man. He looked good. He looked good when he's healthy. He looked really good when he's healthy. Waddle nice, but the injury history. Is Howard staying or not? Hopefully they can afford to pay him. His asking price is cheaper than anybody else. You're trying to, listen, the Eagles are going to draft, mark my words, they're going to draft a quarterback, they're going to draft a running back, and they're going to draft a quarterback, a running back, and they're going to draft a wide receiver. All positions that is just is crazy. Now, running back, I could kind of understand running back. Now, I'm against drafting a wide receiver. I've said that in the first round. But the level of generational talent, if they there at 6, you really got to draft one of them, bro. You got to draft one of them if they're there at 6. These are guys who are probably going to be really, really good. And the position is evolving. The rookies are looking like 5-year vets now. You just got to draft one of them. It makes the offense better immediately. You talking about a team who ain't scored 40 points since 2017. You talking about a team who hasn't scored 40 points since 2017. The argument for offensive player at 6, a skill player, speaks for itself. 40 points since 2017. Didn't put up 30 at all last year. Right-handed Godweed was that bad on offense. You know what I mean? Just didn't do anything. So putting up points got to be a part of the agenda. Got to be a part of the agenda. But if you draft a wide receiver, he better get 8 targets a game. Treat him like a number one, and the numbers going to reflect. The numbers going to reflect. Carson Wentz is not getting traded. I don't know about that. Don't know about that. I can't even talk about the Sixers with a straight face. As good as I think my Sixers are this year, I can't even talk about them with a straight face because the Philadelphia Eagles got me in a bad mood. They got me in a bad mood about my basketball team being the number one team in the NBA. The Philadelphia Eagles are the sports team in this city, in the city of Philadelphia, that changes moods. If the Sixers was some cut, I'd be okay. I'd be okay with it. Pitts can score. He can score. He can score, but I don't think I got to see his 40 time before I say Pitts is going to be a dude who's going to be able to get good chunks. You know what I mean? But listen. This is what. Listen. Make no mistake about this. This is what I see out of Pitts. When I'm saying draft Pitts with the number one pick, I'm saying Pitts can be like Kelsey, can be like Waller. You know what I mean? I'm saying Pitts could be some. Pitts. I'm thinking Pitts is better than Zach Ertz. Pitts can be better than Zach Ertz in 2 years. Pitts can be better than Zach Ertz. That's how I feel about Pitts. I'm talking about a guy who could take a tight end shuffle, a run and play. I'm talking about a dude who can do everything. Everything. If he falls short of those expectations, when I see Pitts, I see dude in San Fran, bro. I see Waller. I see Kelsey. If Pitts turns out to be as good as Zach Ertz, then it's a waste of a pick. And that's no shade to Zach Ertz. If you're taking a tight end with the 6th overall pick, he better be like that dude in San Francisco or Travis Kelsey. Period. If he's any less than that, and that's a strong gamble too, bro. It's a strong gamble. It's a strong gamble. It's a strong gamble. A strong gamble. If he ends up like Zach Ertz, if he ends up like, who else a nice tight end? Hunter Henry. If he ends up like guys who just can catch the ball possession, I'm looking for a tight end. I'm looking for a tight end who could take a 80-yard pass. I'm looking for a nasty tight end who can stiff arm like homeboy in San Fran. Who can stiff arm. I'm looking for an animal. If he falls short of that, and if you're scared of him, listen, I know what his name is in San Fran. I don't say his name because I seen him disrespect on the field. And I loved every minute of it. Y'all want me to say his name that bad? I didn't think I had to say it. Kittle is different. If he not like Kittle, if he not like Kelsey was the only source of moving the ball that them dudes had in the Super Bowl, bro. If he not like that, you can't take him at 6. You can't afford, Waller is a beast too. You cannot afford somebody who ain't cut from that cloth with the situation that we in. So if you're not sure he's going to be that good, if you think he's going to be very good, if you think he's going to be top 5, if you think he's going to be top 10, no. Top 1, 2, or 3. If he ain't that good, you can't afford to do it. And I think he that good. That's what I'm telling y'all. And it's going to be hard to convince. I don't think the front office is going to do it, but I think he that good. He's not that type of tight end. And I saw that from his film. He's a little more graceful, a little more, a little more delicate, a little more finesse in his game. He ain't that type of guy at all. But I think in the NFL, I think it'll materialize like that, bro. I think it'll materialize like that. Do I think the Eagles should sign Desmond King? You tell me where we're going to find the money. Eagles need a stimulus package. Eagles need a stimulus package to get out of this. And I don't want to see nobody have that in their thumbnail. No YouTubers. Oh, the Eagles need a stimulus package. I should trademark that. I've been seeing a lot of my bars being in people's tweets. A lot of bars. We should pick up Pitts. I don't know. We gotta see, man. We gotta see. Desmond King, if we can afford him, I'm not against it at all. Waddle was a yak monster. I know. I saw that from him, bro. I saw that from him, and we need a yak monster, bro. We do. But I think this is what I truly think. Now, this is not a bad draft. This is not a bad draft. If you go out there, if you Howie Roseman, listen, if we get another second round pick, Waddle will be there. Mark my words, bro. Mark my words. Mark my words. And it's a gamble I'm willing to take that gamble, bro. Waddle will be there. If you got a 20th pick in this draft, Waddle will be on the board. Waddle will be on the board. But are they comfortable enough waiting for it? Are they comfortable enough waiting for it? If Dak going to DC, somebody said Dak going to DC. I don't want King, boy. Boy was getting cooked by the Bucks. I mean, look how many number one wide receivers the Bucks got. There y'all go. One again. Why else don't you want him? Why else don't you want him? You know what I mean? Why else don't you want him, Tez? One bad game and one bad slip up. Listen, Slay was getting abused by DK Metcalf. Do y'all know that I knew DK Metcalf was going to be this good just by looking at his measurables? Just his size and speed, I said he's going to be too good. He's going to be good. This is a different NFL. If you can run past somebody, you got a future. You got a future. If you can consistently run past somebody and catch a deep ball, you got a future. They don't let you bump these dudes on the line no more. I said DK is too big. He's going to be a problem. 50-50 ball guru. I said it. And he abused Slay. You think I don't love Slay no more? You can't take one incident. You can't do it. Giants might grab Pitts. I don't think so. I don't know what I said, but pause. I miss Ajayi. I mean, we brought him back. The knees was shot. You missed the old Ajayi. Giants getting Waddle or Pitts. Yeah, Giants definitely sinking their team. What they going to trade up? Giants are in a good position, yo. A lot of stuff going to slip down to them. Trust me. We going to make sure of it. LB, the Eagles cannot pass on Chase or Smith if they're at 6. I agree. Missed on Metcalf, too. You must be new here. I cried for a year. We need to get a safety with Rodney having another ACL when Kayvon isn't ready. I mean, you got to throw Kayvon in there. You got to throw Kayvon in here. You know what I'm saying? I guarantee you, if I ask the chat what positions we need, you're going to have almost every position on a football team. We don't got enough picks to solve these problems. We don't. And we ain't got enough money to help stop the faucet either. We don't. I would definitely almost 100% consider waiting to see what happened with Waddle, man. You got to fill these holes, man. You got to fill these holes, man. You have to fill these holes. So I got another video coming out later on today. We're going to talk about some mock draft. I'm going to knock out a mock draft or two. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to post it and see what y'all think. This mock draft right here is going to be, you know what I'm saying, the mock draft for the basis of my contest I got coming up. I'm going to do the first mock draft. I want everybody to submit me their mock draft. We're going to compare mock drafts. We're going to compare mock drafts. We're going to do it. Let's do it once a month or twice a month until the draft. You know what I'm saying? We're going to compare mock drafts. Whoever got the best mock draft better than mine every month. You know what I'm saying? $100 gift card. We're going to do it. Let's do it twice a month until the draft. So what we got? We're going to do it one time this month because we're halfway through the month. We got one time. We're going to do it this month. We're going to do it 2 more times in March and 2 more times in April. The whole draft. Where you're submitting it, you're just going to throw it to me on Twitter. You're going to throw it to me on Twitter. I'm going to put it somewhere and put a poll up. And everybody, listen, I'm not going to say yours better than mine. We're going to let the people judge. I'm going to put the poll up. Whoever got the best draft going to win the bread. I either keep my bread or you get some bread. You know what I'm saying? But that's what we're gonna do, man. We're gonna make this draft as interesting as possible. Mine will be top three. Kirsten, you probably been thinking about the draft since last year. I won't doubt it. No, the whole draft. All picks, all picks, all picks. We ain't doing no trading, no picks. We doing all picks. All picks. So I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here. I'm gonna get this official video later together. I'm gonna have my draft also in this video later on this afternoon, and we're gonna start the contest and get it like that, man. Thank you guys for tuning in to Lunchtime with the Bullies. Y'all always been amazing. Y'all brilliant. Y'all smart. You kind. Stay safe. Sanitize. You know what I'm saying? And we're gonna keep it that way.